Hey everyone, welcome to Countdown to Christmas. That means every day until Christmas there'll be a new tutorial on my channel. Today I went for a full glam holiday party look. I'm starting off by using a beauty blender sponge to apply a green concealer. This will counteract any redness in my face. Once I have that done, I'm using a flat top brush to buff in my foundation. This will give me a flawless full coverage, and that's the way I like it. Now onto my favorite part of my foundation routine. I'm using a fluffy brush to blend in my contour. I'm applying this just under the cheekbones and on the temples of my forehead. I decided my contours weren't as dark as I wanted it, so I went in with a deeper color to darken up the shadow. I'm not applying this as far in as I applied that lighter color. My nose is imperfect, to put it nicely, so I always like to go in and contour the sides. I draw two straight lines, kind of ignoring the natural bridge, and I make sure to draw the little ball at the end. I also make sure to blend this out thoroughly so it doesn't look like I have dirt on the side of my face or anything like that. Next, I'm applying a matte highlight to all of the high points of my face. This one has a bit of a yellow tint to it, so it's perfect for covering up those under eye bags. I'm also adding a bit of an illuminator and a berry colored blush on my cheekbones. I went for a darker color because I just tend to prefer them in winter. On to the eyes. I've already primed my eyelids, so now I'm going in with the gel eyeliner and marking where I want my cut crease to be. I'm applying this just a bit over my natural crease. A tip for getting that wing to be the right shape is to draw a line extending from the bottom lid to the end of your brow. Once I have that shape just how I want it, I'm going in with a matte black eyeshadow on a pointed liner brush. I really like this particular brush because it's small enough to give me the control I need, but it's still large enough to disperse the shadow well, so I can get that shadow right where I want it and still have it show up. Now I'm going in with a neutral brown that's about the same color as my skin tone. This will help blend out that black later. I'm also applying this on the lower lash line to get that same sort of gradient. In between that and the black, I'm going in with a warm brown. All that black can get really cold on your eyes and end up looking not great, so I like to blend the warm brown in there too. Going in with a fluffy brush, I'm blending all of those colors together. This look is really a lot of going back and forth, reapplying the colors to get the opacity that you want, and then blending them out so you get a soft gradient. Don't forget to highlight your brow bone, just under the tail of your brow. Continue blending until you get your desired look. It's always good to step back and take a look at your work to make sure everything's ending up just how you want it to. Once I had the shadows in the crease just the way I wanted them, I went in with a shadow stick from NYX and applied that all over the lid. I also used this to clean up and define that cut crease. Next, I patted a gold shadow over the top of that. To avoid any unnecessary fallout, be sure to tap the excess shadow out of the brush. If you wanted, you could leave the black shadow in the shape it is here, but I chose to go on and blend that black shadow in a little bit further to make it seem, I don't know, a little more natural. As natural as a cut crease can be. I also added a bit of a shadow liner here, which ended up being unnecessary because I ended up going in with a regular liner. but if you wanted to avoid eyeliner, you could just do this. Using the same colors in the crease, I tried to mirror that effect on the lower lid, creating a gradient from black, brown, gold, and then I used that same highlight color from the brow on the very inner corner. Make sure everything's blended just the way you want it before moving on. Next, I used a concealer pencil to line my waterline. I like to do this opposed to a white pencil because I don't find that to be as harsh. Next, I'm lining my eyes with a black liquid liner. I didn't add a wing because I didn't feel that it was necessary with all that black on the outer corner, but if that's what you would prefer, feel free to go for it. In preparation for some falsies, I'm making sure my eyelashes have some great curl in them. I usually do this after I've applied my false lashes, but this time I decided to apply my mascara before. I'm making sure that there's even coats on both the top and bottom without getting my lashes clumpy. Add some falsies and the eyes are done. All that's left to complete this look are the lips. I'm starting by lining and filling mine with a dark berry pencil. I had a lipstick that's super close to this color, but I couldn't find it. It was the one I really wanted to use, but I had to improvise after this. I'm overlining my upper lip just slightly. I don't want to end up looking like a clown, but my upper lip tends to disappear when I smile, so I like to overline it just slightly. Now that the liner's out of the way, I'm adding a super glossy red liquid lipstick from NYX. I believe this one is the Xtreme Shine Lip Cream in Absolute Red. Of course, if you're wondering any products that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description below. This completes our look. Remember, Christmas is only 10 days away.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to check back in tomorrow for another tutorial.